Hi, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining us today. My name is Milan Griffin. I am the Vice President of Marketing and Outreach with HomeFree-USA, and it is just a pleasure to have everyone with us today as we share with you mortgage options that can really help you to navigate this time. HomeFree-USA is proud and honored to really partner with Community Loan Servicing because Community Loan Servicing is working with Home Free to, again, help everyone on the line navigate these incredibly uncertain times and helping its homeowners. If your loan is with Community Loan Servicing, Community Loan Servicing is going out of their way to help their homeowners understand their mortgage options and partner with HomeFree-USA so we can provide you with just some extra added assistance to really help you to get on track with your mortgage. We also have people on the line who are not Community Loan Servicing clients, but we welcome you nonetheless because the information we're going to share today is important for all homeowners as we face just an incredibly interesting time in our financial lives with COVID and everything else. So we welcome you. We enjoy having you with us, and we're going to share some incredibly helpful information that will move you leaps and bounds to the next level. I want to bring on let's just call her a mortgage servicing superstar. Her name is Cheryl Laughlin. She's a Senior Vice President with Community Loan Servicing, and she is coming to us today. She's joined us today to talk about the mortgage options that are available to help homeowners during this time. Many of the options that she is going to express are really options that are specific to CLS, Community Loan Servicing, but you could take this information and apply it back to your own loan servicer, your mortgage servicer. So let's welcome Cheryl to our virtual stage, if you will.
Thank you,
right,
Milan.
welcome.
Thank you very much for the introduction.
Yes. Thank you for coming back with us. You know, Cheryl, I love our energy and exchange, and most importantly, I love that CLS, Community Loan Servicing, is so intent and focused on helping your homeowners to understand their mortgage options and helping homeowners nationwide understand theirs as well so they can reconnect with their own individual lenders. And so homeowners nationwide, with unemployment being, high and all the different financial uncertainty that COVID-19 has brought, homeowners nationwide are wondering, how can I navigate through this time, and how can I navigate through this time in peace so that I don't lose my home or get too behind on my mortgage? And so Cheryl, talk to us a bit about what CLS is doing to help your homeowners during this time.
So welcome everyone for joining today and taking interest in learning what your next steps are, what you need to do to be part of the forbearance program. Community Loan Servicing has helped, has contacted or have been in contact with over 30,000 of our customers. We have placed over 20,000 on the forbearance program. That program entails a delay and pause in the mortgage payments. It allows you credit protection. It will give you that, what I want to say, a kind of a relief that you don't have to make a payment. Again, I always encourage all my customers, even the ones I personally speak with, to make payments if they can. We do understand whether we are in very difficult in times, and everyone does not have that ability to make those monthly payments. So if you haven't reached out to us, I will start by saying, please reach out to us, reach out to Home Free. In addition, we've enhanced over the few months, since March, I will say, we have enhanced our call center processes to allow you to get to an agent with the knowledge to walk you through the process. We have enhanced our mobile application if you don't want to speak with anyone. We have enhanced our website. We have FAQs out there. We have an automated IVR system where many of you may not understand the term, but the term basically is where you call into a call center and you get this automatic or these automatic messages. You can press on a certain key and get information. We really want you to contact us, contact HomeFree, call us. You have to be engaged in your success in order for us to help you. And we will do everything we can to allow to get you through that process. Some of you are on the forbearance and are very well aware of what that looks like today, but you're asking yourself, what does tomorrow look like? What does January look like? Am I at the end of my forbearance? So we have post forbearance options. Those post forbearance options do vary based on the customer's situation. It also is based on it's driven by your investor of your loan. So it's not the same across the board. You may hear things on the news or talking to a neighbor, a friend. You want to listen. I would not discourage you from listening to people, but you need to reach out to your lender. Reach out to HomeFree because everybody's situation is not the same and you may not have the same opportunities. I mean, we have reinstatement, which most of us know that if you haven't made mortgage payments over a number of months, it's going to be very difficult for you to get back to making and pay all your back payments. And we don't expect that. You have what we call a repayment agreement, what allows you to make a payment and something a little over and above. You may qualify for some loss mid options. There's various loss mid modification programs. There are some people will qualify for deferrals. We want to make sure that we're talking with you so we can dispel any myths or rumors or misinformation that may be out there on the internet or that you're speaking with someone else about. But it's so important for you to contact us for us to discuss this. And we are here to help. And many people in the industry, or well, I would say many companies in the industry have followed suit, enhancing their programs. We're sending out communication, written communication. We have call campaigns. We really want to provide you with the necessary information in order for you to be in the best position possible. But again, you have to be engaged in your success in order for us to help you.
And so, talk to us. Let's take a step back for a second. And I love what you're saying, and I love what you and so many other mortgage lenders and services are doing. The options and opportunities for homeowners to get on track, secure some financial relief. So the first question is, why are you doing this? A lot of people are thinking, well, why are you all as a mortgage company being so generous and so kind to help us through this period? Is this from the CARES Act? Is this special to CLS? What is creating the reason why you all are offering these options to homeowners?
Well, community loan servicing has always offered these programs. This is not new for us. We've been in business many years. I've been here for over 22 years. We have always offered these benefits. We don't want your home. We want people to retain their homes. We're not in the industry to take homes and foreclose homes. That's not what we are about. We want home ownership, and we pride ourselves in helping customers retain their homes.
And so you mentioned CLS Community Loan Servicing is doing a lot to make sure that people retain their homes, that people get the mortgage workout option that is really going to get them through this period and help them to sustain home ownership. And so why, with all the different things that you all have done to really reach out to borrowers, talk to us and explain to us why you've decided to partner with a nonprofit organization like HomeFree-USA.
Well, I think it's very important that we partner with HomeFree. This allows our customers to have an additional resource to get information. HomeFree has experienced counselors that come from various areas in the industry, and they have the knowledge. And in addition, you also have relationships with your local and state agencies, and can offer additional assistance and provide information that community may not have about these organizations. So it's very important for me and for our leadership here to have a good, strong third party that allows our customers to go to, because some people really aren't comfortable calling their lenders. There are quite a few customers that we haven't contacted, and we really want to talk to them. So it's important that if they're not comfortable contacting us, that they contact HomeFree. And listen, again, this is a very, very difficult time. People are worried about, how they're going to get food on the table, their mortgage payments. My child's at home. There's a lot of things going on, and if they don't have those resources and they don't know about them, then we want to say, hey, look, go to HomeFree, reach out to someone else to help us help you.
And, and I appreciate that, because that is so important. We are partners in this. We're doing it together, not separately. And we are working together to really make sure that homeowners, that mortgage borrowers have the depth of information needed to understand what their mortgage options are, how to access it, how to navigate it, and what to do with them once they get that option, once they secure that option. So one thing that I wanted everybody to know on the line, we're getting some questions in. Please, we want more questions. Send your questions in. We are happy to address and just chat more about general questions, and anything more specific and personal, we're going to take it offline. For everyone after this call, we're getting a couple questions as to who do we contact. Folks, HomeFree-USA, we are working with community loan servicing. What the process is that you can go ahead, the numbers in our chat, 855-493-4001. That's 855-493-4001. You can even log on to HomeFreeUSA.org/mortgage relief and make it a schedule a time to speak with one of our nonprofit homeownership advisors. From there, you speak to one of our homeownership advisors. This is a free conversation to really help to understand your situation, your needs, your wants. And then from there, we're going to connect you directly to community loan servicing. Yes, you can call community loan servicing directly if you would like. That's no problem at all. But do know HomeFree-USA is working with community loan servicing so we can provide you with time to converse, time to get personal attention before you reconnect with community loan servicing and really start moving forward towards securing the mortgage option that's right for you. So again, everyone, we want you to send your questions in, general questions. We'll answer personal questions when we speak with you. You can call us now at 855-493-4001. You can also log on to HomeFreeUSA.org/mortgage relief. And go ahead.
Bilal, I wanted to just interject something that you mentioned. I think it's very important for our customers here to understand that HomeFree does provide an assessment, and that helps you prepare getting your documents, what's happening, what do you need. So that, again, is an additional resource that HomeFree provides to help you maneuver through the process. But again, yes, you can call us directly. You can log into our website. We do have two websites. One that's a public website, which is communityloanservicingcares.com, that gives basic information. We also have our communityloanservicing.com website behind our secure login for those customers. If you're not registered, you register and get online, and you have access to your account as well as additional information. But it is so important that you reach out, and you reach out today. Again, it's not okay not to do anything, but it's okay not to be okay.
That's a great point. That's a great point. And so, Cheryl, one thing that you mentioned, this stays at the top of my mind, is that, and let me just pause, for everyone, we, with questions, we see them. We're going to do Q&A in just a couple minutes. This session is only going to be 45 minutes max. but we want to make sure we're going to get to your questions, so just hold tight. Again, if you want to just proceed and call us now, 855-493-4001. As Cheryl said, this is a free mortgage assessment. It's a free conversation on behalf of HomeFree-USA to help you to better understand what your options are, how to access those options prior to connecting with your lender. We can also help you even if you're not a community loan servicing client. But if you are a community loan servicing client, we're going to connect you back with community loan servicing. For all the other questions that are coming in, we're going to get to those in just a moment. So question for you, Cheryl. You mentioned, and this is something that stayed at the top of my mind, that there's a lot of COVID-19 related relief and help for homeowners that is available through the CARES Act and just through the good nature of companies like yourself. But many people are not accessing that. So talk to us about what does impacted by COVID-19 mean? I mean, how do people know that they are right to even pursue a conversation with HomeFree-USA or CLS?
That's a good question. I think there is this misnomer is that you have to be directly impacted. You've either been furloughed, laid off, you've actually gotten the sickness, but there are many other impacts. They're impacted by just the increase in your expenses. I know I spoke with one of my customers and I experienced it myself. My grocery bill has gone sky high. Everyone's eating at home every day. I'm ordering groceries. You're doing things of that nature. Your electric bill. Some folks' electric bill has gone up because they're utilizing their internet, things that they typically wouldn't have used if they were working. So there could be multiple impacts. It's not just what you see that I have a technical is what I'm going to say loss in income, which is definitely one, but things that impacted your household. Community does not ask questions about why. If you call us, you tell us you are impacted, that's all you need to do. We're not delving into your financials. That's what I think people are hesitant. You could still have had your job. Again, there are other things outside of the direct impact that will allow you to participate in the program. And we are not asking for financials, any questions. All you need to do is say, I'm impacted. Again, you know better than we do what your situation is, and don't take anything for granted.
So even with the parents, and this is for probably most of the lives, whose kids are at home all day, like you said about grocery bills, utilities, and everything. I mean, our finances, it doesn't have to necessarily just be that somebody is unemployed or someone, it could be, but now that's a great point. So although you all are not seeking a lot of documentation to verify, it's still important that people know the options are there and for people to take the options if they feel even a remote need to. And so let's kind of move forward a little bit, and then we're going to bring Gary on, and we're going to get a couple more questions in after we bring Gary on. But okay, so just real quick, Allison, yes, you can call us, HomeFree-USA, or you can call the number on your community loan servicing statement. Either one. That's for everybody on the line. You can call your mortgage lender, your mortgage servicer, or HomeFree. HomeFree-USA is, again, a nonprofit partner that's working with servicers like community loan servicing so we can help homeowners better understand their options. But the good thing is you have two options here. Now, Catherine had an interesting question and a very good. Well, I'm actually going to move. I'm going to get back to her question. We had a couple questions that came in related to if a person applies for a forbearance, let's say, and they get that pause on their mortgage payments, are they required to repay everything at one time on a specific due date? How does that work?
No, absolutely not. And that's one of the myths and the misnomers that people think that they have to pay everything back. There are options out there. That's where we look at what do you need or where are you technically at in your situation. So that all is around when you got on the forbearance agreement, what was the status of your loan? Okay, so maybe I was one payment down, but I wasn't able to make 4 consecutive payments. Some people will be able to defer those delinquent payments. And that's not an option for everyone. And I say that because under the CARES Act, it is very specific about the delinquency state at the time of the entering of the forbearance. Those that were current and not delinquent typically will be offered the deferral, which means that those payments are moved to the back of the loan. There are other lost mid options. And under lost mid options, there's various programs. Again, I don't want to get into the details of the individual programs because it is definitely a situation by situation. It's based on you as an individual, not on a blanket of where you are. But again, when you say pay everything back, I think what you mean is what we call a reinstatement. I want my 4 payments at one time. No, that is not something that we are requiring from anyone. Straight across the board, we are looking at everybody's situation. Maybe you can say I can do a repayment agreement where I can make 1 payment and X number of dollars over, I'm just going to throw this out here, a 12-month period, right? It's going to take me 12 months to get myself back on track. Or no, hey, Cheryl, I need a look at a loan modification. What do you have? And then there are various modification programs. They can decrease interest rates. They can extend the term of the mortgage. We always look to try to keep you at the most affordable payment. And then, of course, we just talked about the deferral. So, again, knowing your situation and reaching out to HomeFree or directly to community and discussing your options and then looking at your financial situation with us will help you understand what is your best option. We want to work with you. We don't want to force something down your throat. We want to say, how do we make it better for you? And then everyone benefits, because you losing your home doesn't benefit any of us. It doesn't benefit the community. It doesn't benefit us as a society.
Excellent. Well, Cheryl, we hang tight. We're going to bring you back up for our Q&A portion. I want to just introduce my colleague, Gary Plummer. He's a senior homeownership advisor with HomeFree-USA. And Gary, thank you so very much for joining us. And then we're going to bring everybody back, Cheryl and Gary. We're going to bring you back in just a couple of minutes so that we can really answer some more of the questions that have come in. We've had some great questions come in. So Gary, many people, they've heard of their mortgage servicer, homeowners. They've heard of their mortgage servicer. They heard of their mortgage lender. They heard of realtors and all these great things. Please explain to us what you do as a senior homeownership advisor at HomeFree-USA. What do you do to help homeowners? How do you help homeowners?
Good afternoon, Milan, and thank you so much for inviting me to such a powerful empowerment session. At HomeFree-USA, we have our advisors combined over 100 years in the mortgage industry. So not only do we know the terminology, not only do we understand and know the guidelines, but we also know the options that are available to each and every client that's out there. And the truth of the matter is, knowledge is power. And we can arm those clients with that knowledge. Listen, here's the bottom line. Working with HomeFree-USA, you can obtain life-changing information that is so important to you to know what options you have available to you. And let's look at the 3 most important points. Number 1, by not reaching out to CLS and HomeFree, you're missing out on valuable time that you can explore those possible options that are available to you. But you'll lose out on them if you wait too long. Number 2, people miss the opportunity to speak to someone like an advisor at HomeFree-USA to know what options that they have, to know what options that they can save money on, and also to know, importantly, to have that time to spend with someone that can speak to their personal situations, because everybody doesn't fit in that box. And you've got to know what best options are available to you. And lastly, the most important part, time is of the essence to protect your most important asset, and that's your home. As my good friend Frida always says, it's easy to get a house. It's much harder to keep it.
And that's a great point, Gary. And the goal is to create, or not even create, to help people identify the mortgage options so that they can sustain home ownership. So much of our lives and our finances and our community is lost and impacted when a foreclosure happens. So we want to really be preventive, really be proactive, and get you the option that you need to succeed. So question, Gary, before we get into it, there are some great questions coming up, so we're going to get to them. Everybody hold tight. Again, you can call us directly at 855-493-4001 to schedule a time for your personal mortgage assessment, mortgage meeting. It is 100% free. Allison asked that in the chat. It's 100% free. Question for you, Gary. What are in addition to the homeownership help, what are some things, 3 or so things that people who have been financially impacted by COVID, what should they do or know? In addition, we talked about the homeownership stuff. What are some additional resources that they should be aware of?
That's a great question, Milana, and very insightful. One of the great things about getting in touch with a homeownership advisor is that we also know the options and the information that you need to arm yourself in this trying, chaotic times, such as if you're to your specific county, to your specific state, we can lead you and guide you to that, for example, to that option of community and development organizations that's going to help you, such as Catholic Charities, such as if you live in Prince George's County, Community Housing and Development Corporations, such as your Chamber of Commerce that's going to lead you to other advice. Electric help for your electric and your utility bills. There are so many other organizations out there, the Baptist Ministers Associations. Those organizations are out there ready to help you, ready to assist you in these chaotic COVID times.
Excellent, excellent. So Cheryl, why don't you rejoin us? And let's get to some of these questions that are coming in, because they're really great questions. As Gary just mentioned, everyone, if you may have more needs in addition to I'm not going to say just, in addition to your homeownership piece and handling your mortgage, there may be a shortage of food in the household, may need some help with utilities. Folks, the opportunities and the resources are available, but many of these resources may run out on the 31st of December. So let's keep our ear to the ground. I'm not sure if any extensions have been done with the CARES Act just yet. If they are, please correct me. And they may be, let's hope. But at the end of the day, take advantage of the resources that are available to you, mortgage relief, as well as food, utilities, and others. And so let's just talk to some of these let's talk and get to some of these questions. I'm just going through it really quickly. We have, are there additional supports for people diagnosed with COVID-19? We just talked about that. Look into your county, city, state. There are many things available for food allocations as well as utility assistance. You can probably just do a simple search and look on your local government's website. How long is the meeting scheduled to last? The meeting with HomeFree-USA is only 20 minutes. You do not have to produce any documents. It is a free meeting. It is a concise meeting. It is a brief meeting, but it is an impactful meeting, and one where you'll leave understanding your mortgage options and how you should navigate with your servicer. Another question came in from Vivian. Can I put in, Cheryl, you mentioned a bit of this. If you could repeat a little bit of this for us. Can I put the delinquent amount on the back end of my loan and start making payments again?
And so your situation, it depends on where you were, meaning what payments were due at the time you entered the forbearance. The deferment isn't 100% option for every individual. So I would encourage you to reach out today and let's talk about what that option looks like and if it's available for you.
Excellent. Another question for you, Cheryl. Tim asked if you had an arrangement with Bayview, does it automatically move to community loan servicing, or does it need to be reestablished?
Tim, no. Baby loan servicing only changed their name. Nothing else changed. We're still all here, same employees. Our processes are the same. So you do not have to renegotiate anything with us. It's just simply a name change.
Excellent. Gary or Cheryl, with this question that came in from Linda, once my forbearance is over, I would like to know what are the qualifications to obtain a loan modification?
So the first thing I would say is don't wait till it's over. I would reach out early to determine what your options are. And because there are within the loan modification program, there are various type of options. There's not a standard loss mitigation or loss, what I want to say, a loan modification, because you have to look again at your financial situation. But what I would encourage you not to wait till it's over. Try to reach out 30 days before the end of your forbearance and start discussing your options. Now, we actually, again, have enhanced our processes where we're doing outreaches. We're sending notices, letters. We're doing inserts in our billing statements. We are making call campaigns. So we know when your 30 days are coming to an end or your 30 days out, and we're starting to reach out. So, if you miss our call us back right away. We need you engaged in that process, but it's very difficult without that's more or less an individual type of situation. And that's why we can't give individual advice on this particular call, but we want you to hang up after this call is over, reach out to HomeFree, reach out to community, and let's talk about your options. But those options are there, and the modification program, as it sits today, there are various options. Again, there are rate reductions. There is what I want to call a waterfall. And unfortunately, that's a jargon that we use in the industry, but it starts and we look at the situation. What do you qualify for? And that's based on your income or loss thereof. And look, you may go back to work and have a reduction. You may not make the same money. We have to really be real. We may not make the same money that we made pre-pandemic. So please give us a call and let's talk about your particular situation.
Excellent. I'm going to take it back to my mortgage masters here, Gary and Cheryl. And so Kavan asks, if you have a mortgage in one state and are looking to purchase a home in another state, are you able to help with combining loans to a lower interest rate and put it on one loan, one payment?
So community loans, we're a servicer and we're not originating loans. So I will have to defer to Gary to see if maybe you have an answer for that.
Thank you so much. And let me just take a point of personal privilege and say this. Cheryl, sir, first of all, it's so good to see you. And I just want to let all our listeners know that Cheryl and her team have the passion and the integrity and the commitment to work with each and every one of you. So it's an honor to be on this call with you, Cheryl. Second point, I want to say that each and every person's financial situation is different. Each and every person's situation with their current home and the home that they're looking to buy is different. Third, every program is different. There are some programs out here that's going to give you up to 6% in the closing costs and down payment assistance. There are some programs that's going to that are out there right now that'll give you 100% financing. Not that I was always encourage somebody to use that program, but they're available. Third, there are programs out here set aside that you can keep that current home and list that as a rental property, which will help you to develop an additional income stream while also buying that other home. So I'm saying all that to say this in a nutshell. It's best to reach out to an advisor that understands the mortgage process, understands the origination process, and more importantly, will work with you on your personal financial situation.
And that's a perfect segue because, HomeFree-USA, not only do we work with homeowners, to Gary's point, we also work with those who are buying a home. Our homes are, for many your home that you own is 92% of your wealth. So that means, when you acquire it, you really want to be very focused on learning the options. That's coming up a lot on this call, that O word, options, so that you can not only sustain but grow your investment. And so we can help you with that as mortgage advisors. Moving on to the next question, we've mentioned this a little bit, but I think it's important to repeat it. Cheryl or Gary, talk to us. I mean, people are wondering why call HomeFree when they could just call CLS. What's the value of calling HomeFree-USA as an option?
Well, I think the option is that you just have another resource to go to. We encourage you to call us. And we want our customers calling us, but I think calling HomeFree, you have an opportunity to get a third party involved, get an assessment, and then they connect you directly with us to work together. Partnering with HomeFree, I find that people are not always comfortable calling their lenders, their mortgage company, or their servicers. Unfortunately, we sometimes got a bad guy kind of persona out here in the world. And we're not. I just want you to know we're not. But we need to partner with anyone that we can to make sure that you, our customers, have someone to speak to. To me, that's the benefit.
And it goes back to that O word, options. You have options of who you want to speak to, just like you said, Cheryl. And people have, like you said, they want to call CLS or Community Loan Servicing or their lender directly, they can. If they want a bit of a buffer and someone to maybe break things down in a simpler way, HomeFree-USA is here too. But you have options, and that's the name of the game, which is a beautiful thing. And so I'm going to take it to the next question. First of all, Michael, shout out to you. Thank you for the compliment. He said, we reached out and we've been awesome. So that's between CLS and HomeFree. He didn't name which one, but I appreciate it nonetheless. We appreciate your compliment. But he did have a question. With the post-forbearance options or with loan modification options in general, can you tell us generally how the homeowner's insurance and taxes would be paid?
So again, most modifications, let me step back. If you currently are escrowed, we would just continue to pay the escrow payment, and any delinquencies, more than likely, depending on the program, could be capitalized into in the modification or rolled up, I would say, in your delinquency. If you were a non-escrow, Michael, and maybe that's why you're asking the question, we would then check the insurance premium to make sure it was paid. We would then make sure the taxes were paid and then begin to escrow you going forward. If there were any delinquencies, we would then advance those delinquencies and then move forward with the process, possibly rolling that delinquency up into to the loan modification. But again, it's very hard to say exactly what straight across the board. I don't want to make this to be a blanket statement because, again, every program is different. They're driven by the investors, the customer's financial situation. So again, please call. I hope that helped at least answer the basic question or concern that you may have. But again, reach out, call, and we can look at your particular situation.
Okay, excellent. And look, this is like the chat line is blowing up. So I'm going to tell everybody right now, I almost want to keep this to one, but I'm not. I'm going to just answer two more questions, and then we'll leave you with a reminder that HomeFree-USA is working with Community Loan Servicing. Even if you're not a Community Loan Servicing client, you can still reach out to HomeFree-USA for the free homeownership mortgage assessment, mortgage advice call, or you can call CLS or your own mortgage lender servicer directly. The main thing is the O word, options. You have options as to how your mortgage workout options. If you're facing any hardship, to Cheryl's last point, everybody's situation is so vastly different that we don't want to sell you short with a group class when we really need to have that one-on-one with you. There are, a question came in, do I need any documents at all? For the call with HomeFree-USA, you don't need any documents. We're going to have an honest conversation with you and move you on. Now, on your end, community loan servicing, are any documents needed, Cheryl? And Shakira also asked, how quickly can someone get approved?
So after the post forbearance, the documents, again, depending on the option, the loss mid option, modification, there are various documents that would be needed if that's what you were looking at, the modification. And it depends on, again, the situation. The approval time, I can't actually state if it's a 14, 30 day, but we move on our loss mitigation options quickly, providing we get everything we need. We can move on it fairly quickly. And sometimes it's hard for customers to get what they need to us. Those kind of documents can be uploaded, but it's hard for me to set a time frame, honestly, because I don't want to mislead you, because it is based on the documentation that's required, how quickly we get it. Once we get it, we can then move forward. But we're in contact with our customers requesting information or backup or additional documents. It should not take a long time, but again, I don't want to quote a time. I think that would be a disservice to the customers on the line. But again, please be engaged in your success. My theme is be your own hero. Nobody can advocate better than you for yourself.
Excellent. Well, and we're going to wrap this up. We got a couple more questions, but all the questions that you have that have not been answered on this call, we're available. Please go ahead and give us a ring. Even if you had a voicemail, leave a message, we will make sure that we get in touch with you when we schedule your time. You can also go to HomeFreeUSA.org/mortgage relief. Cheryl, thank you so very much on behalf of HomeFree-USA. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you for all the great work that you and community loan servicing are doing to enhance our community. Gary, thank you so much for all the work you do with our homeowners on a daily basis. You all can go about your day, if you will, even though I'll probably talk to you on a couple minutes anyway. And so as we close up and close out, again, I just want to remind everybody, one, if we did not get to your questions, this is the perfect time to reach out to us, schedule a free mortgage assessment. It is free, only 20 minutes. And then from there, if you start with HomeFree-USA, we will put you in touch directly with your community loan servicing, or you can contact your lender from there. Or if you contact your lender first and still have questions, call us back, no problem. But this is a free service. We appreciate having everyone on the line. We're going to put up our information on a closing slide just once again, and again and again and again. As the holidays come up, and we are looking at a great period of time, we also have to be realistic that we're dealing with some financial things, and we're going to work through them together. So Kelvin is showing us we have a special invitation, free mortgage advice just for you. It's only 20 minutes. Again, there are mortgage options that are available. We want to schedule your appointments now. Please give us a call. We look forward to speaking with you and interacting with you.